dodgiest place I've set up camp since I've started doing this. I've been cycling all day. Well, since I left Clermont, I've done well more than I wanted to, and I picked a route that I thought was going to avoid the mountains, and now I'm back up in the mountains. Like, there's some more over there. I mean, I'm pretty high up as it is, so I don't know how much higher they're going to go. But I mean, as I say, there's houses everywhere around here, and I'm going to set my tent up over there. So probably a good chance I'm going to get disturbed. If I do, I'm just going to offer them €5 and hope they don't say it, or hope they're alright with it. But I can't be bothered cycling anymore today. So see what happens, eh? Afternoon. Wasn't a bad night. As I was packing my tent up, I had my headphones in, and I felt the tent shaking a little bit, like more than it normally would. And I seen a figure, like a shadow, and I was like, right, there's someone there. So I opened it up. Bonjour. He said something. I was just like, I'm just packing up now, and then I'm leaving. So he was like, yeah, sound, wee. And yeah, so that was alright. And then I cycled for about 25 minutes, and I was going along this road, and basically I seen what I thought was a branch in the middle of the road, and as I got nearer to it, it started moving. Like there was a fucking snake in the middle of the road. I couldn't believe it. Like, so I stopped anyway, because I was gonna take a video of it, obviously, but by the time I got my phone out, it like snaked into the grass. So it's mad. Like, you don't expect to be cycling down the road and see a snake. But yeah, so I am about 20 kilometres from Bowen, which is where I'm gonna try and get some lunch. But I've just stopped there because I've seen some benches and felt like having a rest. And yeah, so I'll give you an update tonight. Hello, second day, end of the second day. Went to Chamberry. Yeah, Chambéry. I am about 5 to 10k outside of Thiers, not Thiers, Feurs. Don't know how you pronounce it, but done another 40, 50, nah, more than that, about 50k today. I stopped really early as well, which isn't like me. But I seen an Intermarché, so I went there and got my milk and lunch and blah blah, and then cycled 10k up the road and seen this field, and had a nice little bush in the middle, so I'm hidden behind that from the main road. Just had my dinner, got the fire on the go. Bought some coffee as well today, because I'm missing having a coffee in the morning, so gonna see how that goes in the morning. But yeah, I was a little bit stuck today because Lyon, as I might have already said, is massive, so you know, that's half a day just to get through it. So tomorrow is either going to be a 40 kilometre cycle. No, how far am I from Lyon? 60. It's either going to be a 60 or 100. So the next video you see, providing I don't get woken up, but I think this field's derelict anyway, I'm either going to be really tired or about to do the city. I think if I see somewhere before I go in that's good to camp, then I'll just stay there and go through it in the morning. Because the last thing I want to do is be in a city and have to find somewhere to camp. But no, it's been a really nice day. The cycle today through the mountains, it was just breathtakingly beautiful. The only way to describe it. You know, I mean, I'd definitely recommend it. It's funny though, I came down a hill. It was like 2 kilometres of downhill. So I thought, oh, this must be the bottom, you know. And I seen a sign saying I was still 498 metres altitude. So I'm still high up, but I'm not as high as I was, which is alright. But another lovely day with the weather, another 27, 28 degrees I reckon. It was 27 yesterday. It was hot today, really hot, so let's see what tomorrow's got in store. But ciao. Right, good morning everyone. It is bloody freezing. I woke up at like 4:30 and then 6, and it's now 7:30, 7:45. As you can see, it's cold. I just went like this to check if I had condensation build up on the inner layer of the outside of my tent. Done that and thought it's a bit odd, so I've just come out here because this is normally where there's like a big build up. Gone like this, it's actually frozen. So I think that might have been the coldest night I've had so far, but oh well, got through it. I'm gonna get a fire on a go though, so hopefully, well, today I'm gonna power through, get through Lyon and find somewhere on the other side, and then that will leave me a day or two to get to Chamberry, get my train ticket. So right, this wasn't my best idea. I've done, well, it was 80 kilometres to get to Lyon. I'm in Lyon. It is absolutely massive. I am lost. Even with a map, I'm like, I don't know where I am, but I'm about to go through a tunnel. Don't know if you can see that. I thought it was a car park, but I've got about half an hour to get out of the city and get a cab up. But right, we'll see what happens, eh? To give you a better idea of just how big this place is. All the way, it is massive. I am an idiot for doing this, but bugger it. Hello, end of my 3rd day, and what a day it's been, honestly. I am sleeping on gravel / tarmac. I couldn't even get the pins in my tent properly. I'll show you in the morning. It's ridiculous where I'm sleeping, but it got to 9:30 and I just thought, I can't carry on cycling in the dark anymore. This is ridiculous. So saw what I thought was a field, but obviously it's hard to see in the dark. I've heard some kids over there shouting, so probably get disturbed at some point. But other than the fact that I'm a complete tool, it's been a good day. I've done 126 kilometres today. It got to the point where I wasn't even tired. I was considering just carrying on through the night and then sleeping somewhere tomorrow, but then I thought, I don't really want to get into the habit of doing that and becoming nocturnal, so I've made a little bed out of all my clothing to sleep on, otherwise my back will be broken in the morning. Lyon was mental. I've never cycled, well, I would have to time it so that it was their rush hour, wouldn't I? But with a Man United top on as well. I've got a few dirty looks, but then I've got a few people. One guy on a motorbike, you know, he stopped and He was like, "You from Manchester?" I was like, "No, Jersey." And he was like, "Ah, where you on long voyage?" And I was just like, "Yeah, all the way to Thailand." And he was like, "Thailandy?" And I was like, "Yeah, Thailand." He was like, "Oh, a long way." And I was like, "Yep." What else was happening today? Yeah, I had about a nice 15-20k of downhill, and as I was coming down the hill, I seen these two Arab-looking men, or Arab, Indian, something like that, and they were waving people in. So, the nice, kind-hearted person that I am, I stopped to see what was wrong, and he looked at me, and he waited for about 5 seconds, and he was like, "Français?" And I was like, "No, anglais." And he was like, "Ah, English?" And I was like, "Oui." I actually said "oui," and then said yes. And he was like, "Oh, my car has run out of petrol, I need to be somewhere," and all that. Apologies, my phone became full. So yeah, he was like, "Oh, I've got to be somewhere," and that. So I was like, "Oh, I've got €4. You can have that." And then he took the ring off his finger. It was a big chunky ring, and he was like, "Oh, come on, you must have more. Like you want to buy a ring?" And I was just like, "Right." So I got my wallet out, gave him the €4, took my glove off, and I was like, "Look, I've got a ring." And I heard his mate say, "Oh, we take it to the cash point." But I thought, I'm not going to say anything yet, because they've just told me that they've run out of petrol. So then his mate was like, pulled like a gold chain out, 18 carat, 18 carat, and I was like, "Look, I've got a chain, I've got a ring, I don't want yours." And they were like, "Oh, what is that?" And I was like, 9 carat Italian gold. And they were like, "Oh, we swap you both of ours for your chain." And I was like, "No chance." And then when I was giving the money over, because I've got loads of receipts, and I had 3 Jersey £1 notes that I'm going to give to 3 individuals that want them and deserve them along the route, and they were like, you have more in there," and I was just like, "No, I don't." And I showed him a £1 note and that, and he was like, "What is this? £1? That's not English money." And I was just like, "Well, look, you told me you run out of petrol, and your mates just told me you're going to take me to a cash point, so I think we better leave it there for now. Good luck, mate." I just cycled off because I thought I was in the middle of nowhere, I could have just been jumped. And then I got to the bottom of the hill, stopped for a fag, and I was like, I've really sunburnt my back today. I thought I'd take my top off, try and even my tan out a bit. Completely backfired on me, so tomorrow I'm going to have fun trying to put moisturiser on my back. But right, let's see what tonight's got in store for me. Before I'm about 70 kilometres from Chamberry, so I could make it there tomorrow if I wanted to, and book my ticket maybe for the next day. I'll have to wait and see, but ciao for now. Hello, end of my 4th day on the road to Chambéry. I've cycled around 30k from there, so started off the day about 100k from there, so I've done about 70, which is alright. Just means I've got to get up early and cycle, but I could have done a bit more really, now that it gets dark later. But I was going down the road, I seen a little pathway going up to where I am now, and thought, I'm not sleeping on a building site or the equivalent of the collet again, so I found a nice little patch here, got a nice fire on the go, had my dinner, I had a fat tin today of what was it, some sort of pasta anyway, good 1,000 calories back in me. I'm knackered from yesterday, I can feel it on my legs and that, but so tomorrow hopefully be on the road for 8:30, maybe earlier if I can. Just depends how early I'll get up, really, doesn't it? I've checked the train times and that, but you know, I might look into getting a hostel in Turin. Otherwise, apparently there's a place where I can stay for free, but I'll have to explore that idea tomorrow. But so all in all, good day. Nothing's gone wrong yet. Touch wood, but yeah. So plough on tomorrow. I can see the Alps, and I can tell you they are massive. All the way up there, probably can't see it. So, quite glad that I made the decision to get a train across or through, because, well, I'm approaching the 600-mile mark now, and to go up them would be suicide. But right, I'll tell you more later about today. It's just been mental, but I'm on the train anyway. Just been asked my passport, so it must be near the Italian border, but just so happy to be out of France. Honestly, it's driving me insane, but I'll give you a more detailed analysis of the day later on, because I don't really want to be sitting here talking to my phone. Buongiorno. It is about 10 to 9 local time. I have just arrived in Turin. I am absolutely raging, right? I'll start from the beginning. Well, there you go. Turin. And basically this morning, I got up nice and early, cycled 34 kilometres, had a nice hill to deal with as well, and then I got to Chambéry, found the train station, booked my ticket for the 10 to 2 train, sat there for an hour and a half, and when the train turned up, because I said to the woman, I went to the desk where the woman said she spoke English, and I said, look, I've got a push bike, is that fine? Yes, just walk on with it. So I tried to walk on the train, and straight away the conductor was like, you're not coming on here with that? And I was just like, well, I've just paid €65 to get on here. And he was like, no, the only way you'll come in on a TGV with a bike is if it's in a bag. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I went back to the desk and I just started ranting at the bloke. Like, I was just like, look, one of your employees has just sold me a ticket. I've sat here and waited for an hour and a half just to be told that I can't go on the train. Not even supposed to smoke in here, but I really don't care. So I spoke to him and he was like, no, you need to put it in a bag. And I was just like, right, okay. So there was like a little velo station like outside where you can hire bikes. So I went in there and one of them spoke English. God, going through the Alps has done my ears in. That's one of them gone. And so he was like, he went on the internet and he showed me a bike shop in Chambéry where I could buy a bag. Now, when I looked at the computer it said €19, so I was like, that's sound. When I got to the shop called Decathlon, spoke to the guy and he was like, that's the cheapest one we've got, and it was €69, and I was just like, because my ticket was 65, I knew I only had like 112 quid in my bank. But I was just like, do you know what, I have to get out of this country, I'm just sick of it. I was just getting ripped off left, right and centre. So I bought the bag, went back, got the ticket, but the next train wasn't until 5:45. So my bike is now in a bag, all my stuff is packed up, and I'm in the middle of Turin with no money. I've got €4 to my name, well, €3.70. So I'm going to have to go and try and find someone with Wi-Fi so I can make a free call to Ryan and get some money transferred into my account, because otherwise I'm going to be, well, I'm going to have to come out of here, put my bike together, and if I can't find anywhere, I'm just going to have to stay up all night, because I can't camp because it's illegal. I don't know where I'm going. I can't go and buy a map. I'm just screwed, but I'm just glad to be out of France, to be honest. That's the main thing. But so France total 600 miles in 3 weeks, and now I'm completely lost. Well, not lost, but I'm in a mess in Turin, so I'll give you an update later on. What a crazy day. That's all I've got to say. I still can't get over that with the train, you know, like really put me back, but it's strange. It's like as soon as I stepped outside that train station, it was like coming home, if anything, is the best way of putting it. You know, I came here 11 years ago, Italy I mean, not Turin, but you know, it's like it dawned on me as I was cycling up the road, and I walked into one bar, you know, because I needed Wi-Fi to be able to get some money in my bank so I had somewhere to stay, otherwise I'd have been sitting outside all night. And I found this one restaurant, and all three that worked there, they were so accommodating. It was inspiring. It gave me faith in humanity again, you know, after the way I was spoken to at the train station. You know, they really just came across as though they didn't care. And you know, as soon as I came here, you know, I walked in and I was just like, Wi-Fi, speak English, because I don't even know how to ask someone if they speak English. And you know, I sat there for a bit, had a drink, and you know, there was loads of like tidbits, you know, little bits of cheese and crisps and stuff, you know, and they were like, you know, eat it all, eat it all. So I had a bit of that, and then what's his name, Orlandio, something like that. He was like, do you want some chicken? Next thing I know, I've got a leg of chicken, chips, salad, dressings, and I was just like, all for free, you know. I thought, that's amazing. And he was like that, oh, I'll cycle with you to your hotel, you know, because I looked on the internet for hotels, and the one that I wanted to stay in is full tonight. I'm going to try tomorrow, so the next best thing is the one I'm in now, which is pricey. It was €55, but it's ensuite, double bed, sink, you know, private room. So it's not too bad considering the day I've had in the last 5 days of cycling. So it's like a turnaround, I suppose. I mean, in France, I seem to have had good days, and then it would get to the end of the day, and you know, I just get annoyed with something. Whereas today, I was just getting so wound up at that train station. When I tried to put the bike on, and the conductor was just like, "You're not coming on here with that," and I was just like, "Well, I've just paid €65 for this. Well, you need a bag for it. Well, where do I go?" You know, he just walked off, like he wasn't even bothered about talking to me. It was just like the customer service there was just terrible. But you know, that restaurant, it was just inspiring. I gave them a £1 note as well. They wanted my signature, you know, so I showed them my map and everything that I'd done in France. And you know, the lad that cycled with me back here, he's 24. I thought he was older than that, but you know, he's Romanian as well. He's been here 2 years, but he speaks really good Italian, speaks English. So you know, I said I'll go down there tomorrow and have a coffee in the morning. But it's turned out to be a good day after all the chaos. I'm out of France. I'm so happy about that. I mean, Italy, it's just, you know, the culture and the architecture, it's so nice to be in here. But I'll show you my room. It's got, like, outside it's just concrete. I've got a massive picture over my bed, more pictures, TV, desk, no Wi-Fi in the room though, and a little bathroom there. But I'm going to have a shower now because I'm stinking and it's 20 to 1 in the morning and I've got to be out of here by 11 and I can't do any washing here either. But it's better than sitting outside in the cold in it, so. Right. Ciao. Right, so it's the morning after the night before. Woke up at the crack of dawn. I swear it's inbuilt in me now to be awake at like 6:30, 7. Just gone and had breakfast. You know, the guy here was really good actually, because originally I said that I don't want breakfast because it was going to cost me an extra €10 just for breakfast, but he said, oh, you can have it anyway. So that's what I mean, they're just so understanding. So yeah, plan for today, I'm going to have a shower, another shower, and going to go and get a SIM card, do my washing, go to that cafe and see them again, maybe, because they've got Wi-Fi there and they said, you know, come down with your laptop and all that, so I'll get this vid uploaded, and then I am what I'm gonna do, rather than finding another hostel, is I'm gonna cycle out of Turin. Well, I'm gonna do a bit of sightseeing, cycle out at like 3 o'clock, and just find somewhere to set up camp, and I think I'll just spend 2 nights somewhere and just have a day of sunbathing and meditating, and then what day? And then that will take me to Monday, and Monday I am going to be on the road, and I'm going to go and meet up with my partner in crime. Yeah, I'm hopefully meeting Ryan next, Monday, Tuesday, so that will be the end of my adventure. That's the best way of putting it, is an adventure, because just some of the stuff that's happened some of the stuff that happened in France was just mental. But yeah, so yeah, I'll leave it there for now, I think, but I'll give you an update later on. I don't know if I've got mug written on my forehead, but basically I popped out to get a SIM card and I've managed to get myself lost. I've got to wait an hour and a half and then reboot my phone for it to start working, and then I'll get internet free internet for a month and €15 credit, which is alright. But I was just walking down the road then and some guy asked me for a ciggy. I gave him one. I'm going to go this way, I think. And he was like, I think he asked for a lighter. Did he nick it? No. So I said, what, lighter? And he was like, he looked at me, English? I was like, yeah. He was like, straight away he was like, I have no mother, no father. Whips this walletless folder out, and he got some artwork out, and it's good artwork, you know. And he was like, €10. And I was like, look, I can't afford it, I'm travelling. Nah. €1, €2. It's just like, no, I can't, mate. If I would, I could. It was really good artwork, but I've got to try and find my way back to this hotel now, so. End of another day. And what another day it's been. Basically, I went out this morning to get a SIM card. Managed to find the place. Got a SIM card, which cost me twice as much as I thought it was going to. I think it was because he conned me into saying I had to get a micro SIM as opposed to a normal SIM, but there you go. And he was like that, wait 2 hours, then you'll get network, then wait another, when you get network, reboot your phone. So I was like, alright, sound. And I waited like 5 hours, and I was like, right, I'm going to that shop, and cycled to the shop it was shut because it was like 3 o'clock. Again, they have different times over here. They decide to shut from 1:30 till 3:30. But it's the end of the road for the Mark III. Well, I'll continue with that story first actually. So I thought, right, I'll go and have a couple of pints. So as I was cycling to this English, or so-called English pub, my back wheel literally blew out when I went across a tram track. Like, I literally heard it go psh, and that was the end of that. In a tube, which is now in my bag, ready for repair. Just been cycling along and my basket's now falling apart, so it's the end of the road for the Mark III. So I'm quite annoyed about that, but it's getting dark, so, and I've still got to find somewhere to sleep the next 2 nights, so I'll have a fag, put all this crap somewhere and carry on. Hello, second day in Turin. As I said before, I was planning on going somewhere and setting up my tent for 2 days, so I could have a full day rest tomorrow. That didn't happen. I followed all the road signs, my map, and when I got to the road that I thought I should be on, it said no bicycles, and I can't be bothered really to get kicked off the motorway here because I don't speak even half as, I don't speak French, but I speak more French than I do Italian, and you know, it's just been crazy. So I got a cash injection from my girlfriend, and I am in another hotel which is a hell of a lot nicer than the one I was in last night, and it's only €5 more, so, and I can smoke in here, which is, you know, a rarity these days. So yeah, tomorrow I am going to get out of this city. Cycling at night, well, on a Saturday night in Turin is mental. I swear, I've nearly been run over by a tram. I've nearly been run over by about 2 or 3 cars. I've had people proper beeping at me, and all the streets look the same. Honestly, it's just, I was cycling around for an hour and a half just looking for a hotel, and honestly I must have done about 15 kilometres just cycling around, but I managed to find this one. It's not the one that I looked for, but you know, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning now, and I've got to be out of here by 10, but I might miss breakfast in the morning. Just, I need a lion. But yeah, I think we'll conclude, that should conclude the Clermont to Turin adventure, and tomorrow I might just cycle and see how far I can get, and then hopefully meet up with Ryan on Tuesday, so it's all good, but stay tuned.
Please donate at justgiving.com/Jersey to Asia.
Grazie.